Welcome to episode 35 of Fake Fans Podcast. We got something new today. And by something new, I mean we are turning into a nomadic podcast again. So at the very beginning, we were moving around every shoot, and we're doing that again because we logistically have to move the shoot equipment out of Peter's apartment. I will be hosted at different places throughout, or I guess maybe the OTV house until I move into a new place later this year where I'll host everything. So a new background, but good positive stuff. We have new lighting. So if we look better, hopefully we look better. Why did you laugh?
This is the most, it's so jank, guys. I wish you could see what I see right now. Maybe we'll put this on like some of the bonus content or something. This is literally my dining room table next to my kitchen. We have my stream lighting, like we anchored. This is like my Elgato stream lighting anchored to like my rice cooker table, and also the table that has like all my cat food in it. So we are just trying to figure out our setup as it evolves over time, and we thought that this would overall be better than like kind of our couch setup that had like a lot of limitations in terms of like mobility and lighting options and stuff.
Right now we're it's another work in progress, but hopefully it'll end up being really good. And if we look worse with this lighting, we will turn off the lights afterward.
We are also going to fire our editors because it's 100% their
fault.
Our
podcasts will be in the dark because at the very least you can listen to the sounds of our voice. And if you're an audio only listener and that's great for you still.
Yeah. This is only purely for the video. Hi, Winry. Sorry. My cat is...
We should be turning into a cat podcast though, because the amount of times that you have your pets come on the table is crazy.
Yeah, and it's funny that literally Scarra, every time he comes here, he like cracks a Claritin, like he has to get the allergy medicine.
I'm good for the first 40 minutes, and then after 40 minutes, the cats make it very hard.
Yeah,
it's not that bad, but like I'm like definitely like red eyes, like sniffy.
It is a little crazy in here because we do have 4 cats. It's a lot. I was hoping that with 4 cats, Anita's desire to have children would be reduced.
Huh?
So no, the answer is no. She still wants human children, which is crazy in this economy. I mean, I think cats are pretty cool, but
yo, I think you're the first person who's ever talked about having kids in our friend group.
Oh, am I really?
Because I thought about it, and no one else has said yes, they're gonna have kids. It's just you.
Okay, well, I think I'm one of the few people in our friend group that has like a non-industry relationship, right?
Wait, you don't have to worry about finances then, because I swear to God, the first person with a kid in our friend group is gonna get spoiled to hell. Like, guaranteed. If you have a kid, you will be making bank.
Wait, hold on. So if you're saying that I'm claiming that I'm raising money for my kid's college fund, you think Pokey will just drop stacks? Even like let's say some of that money goes missing mysteriously, and then all of a sudden I have way more Final Fantasy collector's booster boxes out of nowhere.
I'm telling you, you put that donation link, and you know how like there's like rich oilers and chats who donate and have donation wars. That'll be like Ray and Pokey in your donation wars, because the top person gets to hold the baby first. The middle name gets to be their choice.
Dude, I was gonna say like I will give the middle name to the biggest dono.
Oh my God, a serious? Okay, so I've been around a long time on Twitch. This is not a flex. I'm kind of a dinosaur.
Oh no, it's definitely not a flex.
So I have a lot of subs at nearing the 130 to 150 mark.
That's actually crazy. I was starting to get 80, and I was like, that's insane.
I have a 154, which is the top 100 oldest sub on Twitch. I think there's a list for it. Which is
like ever?
Yes.
Oh,
Day 9 has 3 of the top 10. By the way, that's an old school shout out. He's great. The GOAT, by the way. One of them came into my chat and said, I'm like birthing my son. And I'm like, oh my God. He's like, we're in the waiting room right now. And I'm like, why are you in my chat, first of all? And then they legitimately are like, are you okay with us naming the child after you? And I was like, no, do not name him. And they're like, no.
Like your username?
Yes, my username, Scarra. So the funniest thing is they did that. It is now the person's middle name. And they're like, they after like a couple hours, they came back to my chat. They're like, as of this time officially, like they are they were born into life. And I'm just like thinking the entire time, I'm like, this child's gonna have the craziest fucking lore story. When he asked his parents, like, why'd you name me? Like, what was the middle name? I think it's I don't remember the first and last name.
Wait, you're basically pre-ordering a viewer.
Yeah.
You know that, right? Like,
well, I would have to keep streaming for them to at least make it to like high school.
You're gonna keep streaming. Well, no, you could be like the next, like, well, I don't know, who's like the streamer that appeals the most to like a young audience? Was it like Kai Sanat, maybe?
Yo, I'm just Jason the Ween. Jason the Ween hit 100K this week streaming a prom.
Bro, dude, that shit was wild. Like, there was a lot of good content leading up to the prom.
Yeah.
Like everyone like doing the promposals and like the dress, like getting dressed.
You know what the funniest thing about this?
What?
OTV has been talking about this for a month. This was like something where it was like Toast had brought up the idea. He's like, this is a great fucking idea. If we had like a ability to do this, we should do this. Because we like asking me to prom. Like, a lot of people didn't go to prom. It's like a great idea for streamers. And all of a sudden, I'm just chilling and I'm just looking around like, what do you mean they're asking people to prom? And I'm finding out, what is it? Big Mike started up the thing.
Who's okay?
That's the person who made the thing.
Oh, okay. Like, I feel like I'm so fucking out of touch. Like, I don't know who Big Mike is, but he was the one that organized the event.
Yes, I think his name is Big Mike, and he apparently it just wasn't that well structured. Like logistically, it wasn't big enough, especially for the amount of clouded people they had there. Like they had Kai Snat, they had Jason the Win, they had like literally like over 100,000, 200,000.
Like a lot
viewers.
of the biggest streamers, like it from like FaZe and
yeah.
So the most of the content that I saw from Streamer Prom was the preparation, like everything leading up to it, which I thought was great. Like it was really cute seeing everyone getting ready for prom, getting their outfits, like promposaling, whatever. But then I also started seeing clips of people leaving Streamer Prom, and there was like basically no security, more or less, other than like personal security. You would just watch fans like walk up to streamers and like tap them on the shoulder or like grab them and shit. There's like a clip of this guy trying to like grab agent's shoulder and turn him around and shit. And then just like, I think Sakura, like Kaide's sister, got hit in the head while leaving Streamer Prom.
Dude, I found out that like what happens is every streamer always doxes themselves, and they have to be very, very careful.
Right.
So like Extra Emily went on stream recently, was just like accidentally doxed me and Senna's place like almost double-digit times. And the thing is, the FaZe boys always dox their place because they IRL stream all the time. You know how they do it? What they do? They have a 24/7 police people like outside their place. Like they're locked up. They're fucking locked up.
I mean, that's smart.
It is smart. I mean, ever since a thing happened, like I think some of our friends also have a lot of security detail around the clock because at some popularity level you have to. It's just for safety reasons.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It was really bizarre seeing just like everyone getting crowded by fans, and the fans just kind of like they having no sense of personal space at all. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't want to excuse too much. They are like high school age, probably like young college age kids, but it was scary. It was scary. It was like, because any one of those people could have been like a psychotic fan, right? So it was a little worrying, but I think the concept of Streamer Prom is really, I love the idea, but upon execution, I will say they were in a very well lit convention center, which was almost like, it looked almost sanitized, if that makes sense. It kind of reminded me of, I went to Anita works for Crunchyroll, and I went to their holiday party, and it was so brightly lit inside. I was just like, I do not want to be able to see everyone's fucking faces. Like, it's too much going on here.
I definitely should be a little bit dimmer, you know, but for lighting.
But like, for lighting, I get it for like, it's like, you know, it's for stream, so like you want decent lighting, but like it felt like they were at an expo hall, you know? So it just had that vibe.
I have to ask, did you go to prom?
I did. Oh God, I have the most. Okay, so basically there was this girl that I had a crush on for years, but then she got a boyfriend, like I think, I want to say it was like our junior year of high school.
You asked the girl out with a boyfriend?
No. It's worse.
Oh?
So what ended up happening was I was like really close with their family because I would like ride the bus back home, and we like live pretty close to each other when we walk back. And I asked her older sister to prom. So yeah, we got production staff in the background cringing like crazy. Well, to be fair though, like I just like wasn't really interested anymore. Okay, first of all, I had gone over her at this point.
I'm sure she believed that.
No, I did. I swear to God, I did. It was weird. Okay.
Yeah.
This sounds like copium, but I was really bitter about her like getting into a relationship, which is weird because like obviously she doesn't like I'm looking back now and thinking like, oh, there was like a path for me where I went the red pill route.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm so glad that I didn't.
Oh,
but
I'm not sure.
There was
it hasn't went down that route.
Whoa! Hey,
sorry, continue.
this fucking guy. But yeah, so there were like I was like very bitter for several months about like you know the situation. Like she's dating some other guy. Like I'll never be with her, etc. Like woe is me, bullshit, feeling bad for myself. And then there was literally just a day. It's like I fucking took acid or something and just had like a moment of clarity where I was like,
her sister's hot and available.
well, it wasn't that, but like I just got over her. I can't really explain it, but it just was like, oh, you know, I have no control over the situation. I'm just going to fucking move on. Like I'm letting this one thing rule over my life and I'm going to stop. It was like the most mature thing that my fucking 16-year-old brain has ever had. Like I just had like an epiphany.
Right.
But the thing is, I still had not really developed any relationships with any female friends to the point where I felt close enough to ask them to prom. Or if I did have any female friends that I was close to, they already had prom dates.
Right.
So I just remember like there was another girl that I was like good friends with, but she went to another school. But she also had a boyfriend. But my dumbass thought like, oh, I could just ask her very casually, nonchalantly, not in like an epic way. Hey, like, would you want to go to my prom? Because I don't have a date for my own prom. And the thing is, she said she agreed to it. She was like, okay, I'm down. But, whoa, surprise. Her boyfriend was not okay with that.
What a bitch. He would have let his girlfriend go with another guy to prom?
Yeah, so, yeah, I didn't really think about this. But in retrospect, it's like, oh, yeah, like I am kind of low-key cucking this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, that didn't end up happening, obviously. And, like, this, like, what the thing is, she had already agreed to go with me. So I was like, bet, I have a date for prom. But, like, a week prior, I no longer have a date to prom. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm screwed. Like, I already rented my shit, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, that's when I just, as the only, like, girl that I was like close to, like, hey, like, would you like to go to my prom? I don't really have. Oh, I didn't preface it with I have no one else to go with.
Hey,
in my brain was like, I don't really. There's no one else that I could really ask that would make sense. But it was kind of. I mean, she was a college student at this point, so like, freshman. She was only a year older than me, so it wasn't that bad.
Girls love it when you come with the, oh, you're the only person I have for this.
I didn't say that to her. And honestly, I wasn't like mad about, like, I wasn't like disappointed about bringing her. It's like, she was the only person that I was like really close to that made sense for me to take to prom. So I took her to prom.
When you tell girls you're the only one that makes sense, do they get mad? Like, does Anita get mad when you say that?
Yeah, because I took Anita to prom.
You hit them early. Real early. You robbing the cradle over there, huh? Really like that, huh?
Okay, so for some fucking context on Scarra's bullshit comment, me and Anita have dude, I'm going to kill Scarra after this. Anyway, Anita and I have a 6-year age gap. I met her. Yes!
Sorry.
You fucking asshole! Now I have to explain all this fucking context. You making me sound like a fucking weirdo. Anyway, I met her when I was 31 and she was 25.
That's fine.
Yeah. It is fine.
Yeah.
But when you make comments like robbing the fucking cradle, I feel like I have to explain myself.
That's okay. You were at our high school graduation because you just like the high school. It's not a big deal, man. You just wanted to scout the area.
But anyway, yeah, I kind of forgot why we were talking about high school prom. Oh yeah, you asked me if I went to prom. Yes, Scarra, I went to prom. Did you go to prom?
I have a funny prom story.
So, yeah.
So
all right, share your funny prom story.
I don't know about funnier than that. Like that one all kinds of crazy. I didn't learn a lot of things actually. Have I not told you about my prom story?
You probably have.
So when I went to prom, I was really nervous. So I spent like I was like, how do I ask out my prom date? I always looked at the movies. They're always like super cool or super chill, or people brought up like banners or like did something really like gratuitous in the middle of the lunch room, stuff like that. So I was like, I'm gonna like go over and then ask out my prom date. I should do it to like a song, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I chose "No Strings Attached" by NSYNC because that was like that's what I just decided to choose that, you know.
Okay.
I think that was their album, but I did their single from that album and did the small little mini dance, practiced in my computer room in my family's house for like a week or so before that. Didn't really kill the dance, wasn't really good at it, but she said yes. And I was like, oh fuck yeah, like awesome.
Was she white?
I'll be 100% serious. I don't know. I don't remember who she was because there's a girl. No. Hold on. There's a reason for this.
Dude, I bet your date loves that you don't even remember her fucking ethnicity, bro.
There's a reason for this.
Uh-huh.
We got to the prom, and she left me immediately. In like not like a mean way, but she just wasn't around me from the very beginning.
It doesn't sound like a nice way, Scarra.
When I was at the prom, I was just hanging out with my friends, and then we got there, and then at some point she wasn't there anymore. And I remember my friends being really mad for me because they were just like, "What the fuck? Why would she do that?"
Dude, I would be pissed too.
And I was just like I was just chilling with my friends because I was just happy that people were there. But I remember specifically afterwards, I was like, "Wow, my friends were really just like, what the fuck?" So I think that's what happened. I'm pretty sure. I always question my old memory because I'm always like, is that really who I saw? And I say this because here comes the actual killer. Me and Peter were talking about celebrity interactions recently.
Okay.
And
is this the segue we're going with?
There's no better way because this one's ridiculous.
Send it. Fucking send it.
So one of the first years I was in LA, we had a lot of restaurants in Beverly Hills.
Right.
Because that's where all the rich people are, you know? And we had a business sign up and I went to a steakhouse. It was called, name escapes me. Went to a steakhouse. It was me, my manager, and the person we're there to see. I very rarely go on these like business only steakhouses, and so we took us to a nice place. Obviously in Beverly Hills, you're gonna see some famous people.
Right.
I think the person from Frasier was there when we were there, and we walk in, and I shit you not, I think I see Diddy. It was. Wait, this is gonna sound bad, but it was him. No, maybe is he Puff Daddy?
Yeah, it's Puff Daddy.
Okay, I don't know if that is the person I do recall, and I feel really bad if it's not.
Do I need to show you a picture of Puff Daddy? You know what he looks like?
Can you send? No, like the thing is, my face recognition is so bad. But can you please show me a picture?
Okay.
But I remember telling this story multiple times over the years, and I stopped telling it after a while. And
he wears sunglasses a lot.
Maybe. Like I need to find one of my friends.
So you went to a steakhouse and maybe saw P. Diddy, Sean Combs. Maybe.
Yes. So because I was really astounded because that's a steakhouse where I was told up to dress nice. Okay. Most of the people there are dressed up in like slacks, at least a dress shirt, maybe a little bit better than that. And then the person who I allegedly saw was wearing basketball shorts. And then that stood out to me. I was like, damn, this guy's just so fucking, he's got it like that. He shows up in basketball shorts. He just orders and everyone just cool with that.
Is that I'm a cutie pie?
Yeah, that's a cutie pie look.
So it wasn't cutie pie.
No, I'm telling you, I thought it was him.
Wait, are we talking about Puff Daddy still?
Yes.
Oh, the guy with basketball shorts? Oh, I thought you were talking about the guy you were going to meet.
No. I was meeting a business person for a potential business talk that did not work out.
I see. So you saw Sean Combs at the steakhouse wearing basketball shorts.
Yeah, and I just thought that was a crazy coincidence.
This is funny because this could just be some fucking random guy with basketball shorts. It's just like not Puff Daddy.
No,
what's like the percentage like accuracy of your memory? You think?
So I think is it called being face blind? Like the terminology where you don't really remember people's faces that well.
Are you saying that you're face blind?
I would say that I'm pretty bad at faces.
This is a non-story. I'm realizing this is a non-story. I'm asking a guy. There's a guy. My co-host is face blind, trying to recall a memory from like 10 years ago of a man that he may or may not remember as Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy. So what? Like, be completely honest here.
Sure
you're 60% sure.
60% sure.
With face blindness into account.
Yes.
So you probably saw Sean Combs at this steakhouse.
And I'm willing to say that.
Okay.
Not many people are as brave as me on this table.
So did you have any interaction with him?
No, I just saw him. I thought it was cool. Just like I saw the guy from Frasier. I thought he was cool. And
Probably
that's
less cool now.
Yeah, a lot less cool.
A lot less cool.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have clarified that.
But so you saw the guy from Frasier at the same time?
Yeah, he was outside. And then like allegedly Puff Daddy was in the very center of the restaurant in like one of their middle tables. That's why when I saw the shorts, I was like,
That's
damn,
Puff Daddy-ish.
Damn, I didn't know you could just wear that.
Yeah, it's like you dress poorly at like a certain level until you have to dress kind of nicely. And then once you were like giga rich, you could dress however you want.
I think when you're in the multimillionaire level, you're just coming up in shorts.
That's why you always dress in shorts when you go to these nice restaurants, and you have to have the swagger of someone that has the millions to back it up.
I don't got it like that.
I don't got it like that either.
I don't got that swagger. When I walk in the room, no one looks.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What a statement.
Mm-hmm. Got it like that.
You said that with the swagger of someone trying to say the opposite of what you just said.
Yeah, like I said,
when I enter a room, nobody looks.
I said that like I was a secret agent, but I meant that as if I was like a person who wants to get my order.
Yeah,
like I'm. Hey, hello, bellhop. Hello,
bellhop.
I don't know the thing that like a bell you hit.
Yeah,
server.
You do go to the finest establishments, don't you?
Waiter, please. Have you seen the mic stuff?
No, I haven't. I know what. Okay, so Mike's Way is like a very specific preparation at Jersey Mike's, right? Like
yes,
it's like salt, pepper.
That's their normal like things you put on the sub.
Okay,
they call it Mike's Way. You can get individual stuff, but you can get it Mike's Way.
Okay.
Recently, everywhere on fucking TikTok is like, yeah, how do I want it? Tell Mike no protection. Tell Mike there needs to be no word of consent. And then it's insane. Like they just keep like, tell Mike I want it raw. And they just keep saying it. It's so funny. And the best part about it is it didn't start from Jersey Mike's. It was just like a random guy on Twitter that say it. And now you see videos of people going to the store asking the employees, yo, tell Mike he should do what he wants. And it's just like, imagine the employee being like, yeah, man, anything else? Yeah, I want Mike's special sauce.
Have you ever worked a customer service job?
No.
Okay. I think after the 3rd to 5th TikToker that came up to my fucking register asking me to get Mike's cum blast, like I think I would lose my fucking mind. Like, I think it's really funny for the TikTok short or whatever. Maybe this is just instance of man yelling at cloud, but I think after the like 10th fucking time someone tries, like, you see these guys phones out like, hey, yeah, I want Mike to fucking rail my sandwich, put his whole cock into that sandwich. Like, I think I would just be like, okay, so do you want it Mike's Way? Here's your fucking total. All right, pick out some chips. I never want to see you again. Okay, so low key, I kind of glad that I'm not seeing these TikToks because, dude, I really do feel like I'm becoming a fucking grouch now because every time I see these like prank TikTok compilations or whatever where people are just like making a fucking mess at like a store or like pranking,
I hate that.
Like customer service workers, like I'm like, I hate this shit. I hate this shit.
I think this one's kind of like a lighthearted.
It's more
prank.
lighthearted. Okay.
I do think half the workers must despise it or more.
Okay.
But in the video, I saw the worker was playing it up.
Okay.
The guy afterwards, the guy's even like, "Yo, where's Mike?" And the worker's like, "Oh, he's in the back, man. You know how he is." Like stuff like that. I was like, "Wow, okay. This guy does this all day. He was like pretty happy to do it."
Dude, the no
Perfect
consent
customer
one
service.
though is too crazy.
No, it's actually nuts.
That's too crazy. Like that's what I'm like calling the fucking cops, I will say. But you know, as long I like harmless pranks. I'm a big fan of the harmless pranks. So
yes, I think those are by far the best.
Yeah. So if you do it tastefully, I'm with it. I think I'm just a piece of shit. I'm just the guy who fucking yells at kids to get off their lawn. Dude, I'm telling you, the older I get, the more I relate to fucking like, Grandpa Simpson.
I think the thing about getting older is it's true people give less of a shit about stuff.
No, I give more of a shit about stuff. That's the thing. I'm less chill now, man.
Wait, but I think that is also true where you want to just be like, why do they fucking do it like this? You know, that crotchety old look. Like you care less about some generic things, but you really care about certain things.
Scarra, I turned the font size up on my phone recently. Not a lot, but like 1. And I was like, oh no. I know, dude. I fucking know.
So, do you have reading glasses?
No.
You think you're gonna ever need cataracts?
Dude, I probably will I'll probably fucking need the bifocal lenses if that's what you're talking about.
Okay, but I think it's really cool if you have like just one.
Dude, okay, also
like the monocle.
I saw like this thing. It was like, this is a photo of what lights look like with astigmatism and what lights look like without astigmatism. I was like, I thought everyone saw lights with astigmatism.
That's what I
That's how I found out I had astigmatism. I was like, oh, you guys don't see the fucking weird lines on the lights?
So
like, it just looks normal to you?
I thought everyone saw that. For people who don't know, in astigmatism, a lot of the times when you see a light, you'll see rays of light that stretch past the light source. I just thought that was a normal
I thought that was
thing.
normal.
I have an astigmatism, and apparently you do too. And so, the one nice thing about it is you can tell how tired you are by how longer the lights stretch sometimes. So for me, if I'm really tired, I look at lights. I'm like,
you just like measure it. Like,
I'm like,
oh yeah, I'm pretty fucking tired right now.
I'm like, oh, I need to go to sleep. I need to close my eyes. And so, yeah, I just thought everyone had it, but apparently no, we're special, and not in a good way.
No, yeah,
we're in a really bad way.
We're in our mid-30s now, Scarra.
Sorry, I just saw something that said if you're in your anywhere between 35 plus or 34 plus, you're always in your 30s.
Dude, as of the time of this recording, it was John's birthday yesterday.
Yes.
And he just turned 28.
Yeah, he's pushing 30.
I met John when he was 20.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It blows my fucking mind how much time has passed since I started streaming. Because, like, in a weird way, I still find myself to be, like, new. I consider myself to be new in the streamer space, but that's just, like, straight fucking copium.
Oh, yeah.
That's just straight fucking copium.
It's interesting because a lot of you guys came from streamer camp.
It is true.
This was an old program made by Leslie and Box, our good friend Albert, where they brought in people from around the states.
Oh, Albert was not my year, actually. They brought him the year after.
Oh, so it was just Leslie.
Yeah.
So they brought in a lot of promising young talent to become new streamers. And that's actually how I met Peter.
Yep. When he sauntered over from the bar. I'll never forget.
That's not
when
how
I always bring it up every time.
When you came into
sauntered.
When you came into our house uninvited and then had to leave, I think that's what happened.
He sauntered over. He did the whole. He led with one shoulder and then led into the other. It was like he should have just worn like the Hugh Hefner, fucking like the coat thing that he's known for.
Oh,
like the velvet coat. Because he just like I remember he was like he did that.
Dude, I want to do something like that.
You should.
I've always wanted to do a runway as a content thing. Whether it's like I've always been obsessed with the movie Zoolander because it is, first of all, just an awesome movie.
Great movie.
Yes. But like I've always been like, well, how can our friends do a catwalk? Which I know Sid's actually a model, so she could do it. But like,
my brain is so stupid. I thought you were gonna ask, dude. I'm a fucking idiot. I think it's because Winry's right in front of me. But I thought you wanted us to bring our pets down like a walkway. Because so many of our friends have like animals, and I thought you were gonna do like a double entendre, like, oh, we bring our cats down the catwalk. I was like, wait, that's actually a really cute idea. But now it makes way more sense that you meant like our actual friends do the catwalk.
So it's either that, which now that you bring it up, I actually think it would be funny to have a catwalk, cat plus catwalk. I also think it'd be funny if we all try to do it, but all the guys were wearing heels. Because have you ever walked a mile in her shoes?
I've walked in heels before, but not a mile.
We could change that.
You want to
we should learn how to do like a nice like catwalk.
Oh, what if we did like an endurance challenge where we all went on treadmills with heels and see who the last man standing is?
That would be the shortest content piece of all time. That might be a stream that's like literally 15 seconds.
You don't have to have it at like a super high speed.
4.0 or up.
Who do you think would be the best high heel catwalker amongst the men in our friend group?
I'm not gonna lie, Broden and Toast give me some vibes.
I was gonna say Toast would probably kill it.
I think Toast is really interesting because he went to London and he was like soul searching while he was out there. It was just him, sheep, and his thoughts.
Dude, okay, you know the fucking screenshot of his ribs, or like his not ribs, sorry, his abs. I thought that was fake.
Yeah,
I thought that was fake.
Nah.
I didn't know you could get abs like that. Well, how long was he gone for? I thought he wasn't gone for that long.
I think he's been working on it for months because obviously it's not just a small amount of time.
Working in secret like a madman.
Nah, he's so funny because when he first started going to the gym, he's like, yeah, I don't know what to do. I just use the machines. Like I just like in order in like a sequence. And they do like this, and I'm like, that's funny. And then like he slowly learns, and like recently he doesn't drive, but he recently started driving. And anytime we want to go somewhere, he's like, yo, I want to go. Can I drive? And being in his car is such an interesting experience because, for people to know, LA traffic is very like like LA culture, on the go. We're on the grind. Boom, boom, boom. Light turns green. You go right turn. No pedestrians. You're making that right. Okay. Toast is like going on the freeway at 40,
dude.
And it's like he takes the speed limit on every street or like a little bit less, and like he doesn't make turns that could potentially be like
he could make it. Like he plays too safe.
Not even like, but potentially could make it. He could make it. So he's just at the intersection where you're taking a left turn, and he's waiting like 3 cars, and if there's a car behind them, like I got honked at the first day in LA. I did that. And I'm just imagining it being behind Toast. So he got honked at when we were there because he was like going slow next to a car, and they got pissed off at him. And it's so funny. He's like trying to be so safe, but it's like too safe to where like it's a little dangerous.
Yeah, it's like the safest driving maneuver is like the most anticipated one, right? So like you're supposed to drive how every other person would expect you to.
But
that's why being too courteous is bad.
Exactly. I think that he is too courteous on the road. Like on the road, you kind of gotta be a bitch sometimes.
I sympathize though, because I remember when I was learning how to drive, the first time I ever tried to get on the freeway, I was trying to merge on, right? And the car in the lane next to me would match my speed. So I would slow down so I could go behind him. He would slow down. I would speed up to get in front of him. He would speed up. Like, it's like he knew that I was a first-time driver, and he was fucking with me. It was so bad to the point where, like, I actually ended up driving onto the safe lane, or like the pullover lane. I don't actually know what the official term. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like the lane on the side that you're supposed to pull over onto if your car's fucked up.
Yeah.
So I ended up driving onto that because he just would not let me in. Until he eventually did. But like, it was literally like, I don't know, like I was driving on that thing for like 20 seconds before he finally like let me in. Like I got cyberbullied in real life by this fucking guy. Cause I was like, okay, he doesn't want to let me in. I'll just slow down so I could just get behind him. Like, that's fine. He literally would match my car.
He's just thinking the same thing. He's like, oh, he just wants to get ahead. I'll slow down.
Like, what do you do in that scenario?
Okay, I'll go up. Well, I think it's just unfortunate. I think it's like 2 people were doing a line dance, and you guys were just like partners in their life.
He was a truck. He was trying to do like he was a truck driver. This guy fucking knew. He knew. He was just fucking giga chatting on me.
It's so funny because you say that about truck drivers, and like I come from Texas, and everyone's a truck driver.
Well, in LA, trucks are way less.
That's true.
Way less common, and like also, there is kind of a stereotype around like truck drivers. If you're a truck driver, either you actually need the truck, and it's like you're working in downtown LA in textiles or some shit like that, or you're a truck driver and you're a fucking douchebag.
In Texas, if you're a truck driver, you're just
just a Texan. Yeah.
Yes. Like, it's actually crazy. So it's I come from the place where people have cowboy hats that are really big, and then you know.
Do you have one? You do, right?
I used to. I don't. Well, like when I move, I tend to throw away a lot of stuff.
You know, every time you bring up you're a Texan, there's like people in chat. They're like, "Oh, I didn't know Scarra was a Texan." And yeah, I find that to be such a big part of your identity.
No, not really. I don't have like a Texan accent. I'm not like, howdy, y'all.
Give me your best yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Okay, never mind. Maybe it's
See?
not. Yeah, it's pretty weak.
Yeehaw.
That's pretty shit.
Yeah, I can't do it. The closest thing I'll get to being a Texan is going to like Top Golf and riding the bull for like 2 minutes, 1 minute.
The bull, huh?
I get thrown off. Almost getting a concussion in 1 minute. I live for that.
Oh fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The danger.
But that's as close as I get to be a Texan. But then like I like to sometimes say like if people are like, yo, like where are you from? I'm like, from H Town. Yeah, we call it that over there. From H Town.
Yeah, you and Keshi are both from Texas. He's from Houston.
Yeah. we're both from H-Town.
Dude,
I don't even remember the area code. 311. Is that Texas? I don't know.
I don't fucking know. I'm not from Texas.
No one's gonna fact check me on that. It's fine.
God, no. Someone's for sure gonna fact check you. But unfortunately, you're probably right.
That I'm from H-Town. Yeah, I am. They have a saying that like you can rap if you're from yeah.
Well, okay, then fucking give us a rap.
No.
It's just like when you dressed up as like an MC.
Yeah.
For Sid's stream, and then we went to In-N-Out after, and everyone's asking you to drop a fucking sick rap.
When they were like, "Yo, you want to go freestyle together?" I'm like, "No," and he just looks at me. I'm like, but I like the look, you know. I am the fakest fan. Don't worry.
God, fuck. Jesus Christ.
When I just did the thing in the show when they do the title drop in the middle of the episode. You're like, oh, there it is. They did it. I just did it.
Well, if you want to see how fake a fan Scarra is, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube memberships where Scarra is going to be freestyling for 20 minutes straight.
Boots and cats.
Okay, so in a few days, as of the posting of this podcast, it will be Anime Expo.
Yes, we love it.
So we're going.
I hope so. Yeah. But like I say, okay, I've been told never to take anything in absolutes.
Okay.
So we will.
Okay, so I'm going.
We will likely be going, but either of us could be afflicted with the plague in the next couple of days.
Yeah. Okay. So barring the fucking plague afflicting us, we will be going to Anime Expo. What are your expectations?
So I think last year AX was actually walkable. Like it used to be so crowded, really hard to get in, but there was no problem last year. I think they did a better job at managing the crowd. My Anime Expo take is this: Anime Expo itself is only good for the artist alley and specific panels that you want to go to, and that's it. There's not much to do outside of that. So I love going to the artist alley. I spend a whole day in there, half a day in there, have a good fucking time.
What do you expect is going to be the big thing at Artist Alley this year?
VTubers?
Okay, VTuber.
No, actually, for sure.
I feel like when I go, VTubers are like, VTuber stuff exists.
Dude, last year there's so much. I'm not even kidding. VTuber is so big. Okay, well, okay, maybe not. I want to say Apothecary Diaries, but I don't think it's that big.
What?
Like, no, I think it's huge. I think it's huge, but it doesn't have like
merchable stuff, I guess. Okay, I think you're right because Apothecary Diaries, you think of two characters only, right?
Mao,
and what's the guy's name again? Yeah, Jinshi?
Yes.
Okay, so I feel like yes, in terms of like what the possibilities of what merch would look like for Apothecary Diaries, it will be quite limited. So there will probably be stuff there, Apothecary Diaries related, but there's probably gonna be a lot of solo leveling shit, in my opinion.
The hard thing about solo leveling is it's hard to make the characters cool.
What?
Like you have obviously Sun Jin Woo.
Dude, the amount of Valorant players that are gonna buy a Sung Jin Woo print, and the word like aura on it or some shit, like aura farming.
It's like outside of him, the coolest things are like the soldiers, and that's it.
But I think that's all you need. I genuinely think that for in terms of merch, all you need is different variations of Sung Jin Woo doing an aura farming pose with like his fucking summons. What I want to see is like a comedic print with Sung Jin Woo and his summons, because I actually think one of the most underrated aspects of solo leveling is the humor, like that of the summons specifically.
Oh,
how they interacted, or how Sung Jin Woo not that I'm saying like the humor is top tier.
No, that's true.
In Solo Leveling, I just thought the humor that was there in Solo Leveling was enjoyable.
I think the summons definitely add more. I remember the summons names, which I think mean a lot because I don't remember the names of many things.
I wish I could. I remember Beru.
There we go.
And what are you biting me for? And Tusk.
Yep.
And Igris? No. What's the name of the main knight?
Yeah.
Is it Igris?
Yes.
I would actually say that solo leveling is probably one of the most hype, like action oriented anime of the current season.
Right? I 100% think so. I think going from the first season, we watched a couple episodes and I wasn't very impressed. Right. I don't think you were either. And then the second
season 2
was a lot better.
Yeah, season 2 really picked up.
So I ended up watching 2 or 3 episodes of season 2 and was really shocked by not only like the animation, but the pacing was pretty good, which was the biggest problem I had in the first season.
Dude, the pacing in the season 1 was, in our opinion,
so
pretty
bad.
dog shit.
So bad.
So, yes.
Solo Leveling is the most viewed anime of all Crunchyroll ever. I'm impressed.
I mean, I think it's because the premise is really simple and easy to digest, and it's just like, hey, how is he gonna aura farm today?
Dude, it's the same thing that happened in the manga where it did so well and it kind of broke barriers in terms of mainstream.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, people picked it apart because like it's not fictionally like a great work of fiction, and the story is not exceptional. But I think it's doing the same thing it did when you read it. It's like it brought a lot of new people.
Yeah.
I do think it's not a work of art, but it's enjoyable. Doesn't have to be.
Yeah. It's not close to being like one of my favorite series ever, but like I think what it's good at, it's very good at.
Yeah.
So I do think there's gonna be a fuck ton of solo leveling shit in Artist Alley.
Yeah,
I personally think
no,
so.
you're probably right. It's just weird because it's like when I think of like a lot of other anime, it's easy to have more marketable stuff of other things. Like for instance, I think like Full Metal, and like you have both the Alphonse characters are so unique and like easy to make like chibi and like.
Oh, I completely agree. Like Full Metal definitely. I mean, most other anime have like a bigger pantheon of characters.
Yeah,
that
and
you
where
can
Soul
make
Leveling, it's like
art
what
for.
you got the main girl, which is like Chihaya.
Is she in the second season of the anime yet? Oh, okay. Okay,
yeah. So you got her. You have,
but like she's not even that interesting. I won't be
no one is interesting, but the fucking summons and Sun Jin Woo. But that's okay because that's just the whole thing.
Hey, listen, I think the fucking the Hunters Association president, he can fucking get it. That guy's hot as fuck. Yo, Gil for real. No, literally, I was like, damn, this guy's fine. But
you got something for the older guys.
I have
like
an appreciation for older men.
No, I definitely think when that trope of like the old rugged like cleaned up older dude, usually they're wearing like a suit or something like that. I'm like, damn, that trope. And they're also like pretty fucking strong, like inhumanly strong, seeing some shit.
Also, a lot of times they're like nice. They're like a kindly grandpa figure, and then until he has the fucking
it's like
I love that trope.
It's like don't fuck with me.
I fuck with that trope heavily, but I mean. Okay, so my main question is, I'm wondering how popular solo leveling is to the like female viewer base. You know what I mean? Because like I find solo leveling to be such like a male power fantasy that I don't really know like how women as a whole like see like female anime watchers how much they enjoy it. Anita likes it. Like she thought it was pretty cool.
If she likes it, I think that is. I think it has some. It definitely for sure has some female. Popularity. I'm just curious. I do agree. I don't know if it's like, they'd say like male gaze, female gaze kind of deal. It's one of those shows where like you're not really there to like people like to a lot of times draw like comparisons to the main characters and themselves, but there's the female lead in that is not really something you're like, that's cool, I want to be like them. It's like, okay.
She's like a Sakura to
she's
me.
spoiled.
She's a Sakura. She exists to be like the romantic interest of the main character.
Yeah, so I'm sure that there is a subset that is female, but like probably less so percentage wise than someone like Apothecary Diaries, where a lot of women are just like fucking love Mao Mao. She's awesome.
She's like a really well written character, good story.
Yes,
very
and I think it's hard to have well-written female characters in anime. Like it's just like there's not many.
I will just say that the majority of well-written female characters are written by women. I'm just saying, Full Metal Alchemist, for that reason, has really compelling, well-written women in the series. Full Metal Alchemist is good as fuck. So is Silver Spoon. Same author. Just saying.
You don't like Sakura?
I liked Sakura when I was in middle school. Like I thought, ooh, cute girl, big punch. Knows medicine jutsu.
Nah, that was before she even got like that. Before she was just like,
she was just like
damsel in distress.
She was just
owned.
fucking angry and God, I don't know. Okay, so Apothecary Diaries will probably be pretty popular. Soul Leveling will definitely be popular. Is Dungeon Meshi like
out? That was last season.
That was last season.
That's last year. Yep.
Freerun. Oh, Freerun for sure will be big.
I think Freerun is at that point where they're still waiting for the next season to drop before it gets re-popular again.
Yeah.
Whereas I think it hit peak popularity last year.
It's like a lull in popularity right now,
it's like
because it's not active.
It's what happened with like Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Where like you're just waiting for the next season kind of deal. And so that probably won't pick up for as much, but like Freerun's got really like Freerun's where like all the characters are very strong.
You see, this is where I feel fake because like I don't really know what the popular animes of the season are other than like Solo Leveling and Apothecary Diaries. Like I don't really know what people are watching right now. So like I'm curious what I'll see. I'm sure we're gonna see a lot of MiHoYo stuff again, like Honkai and Genshin, and even maybe ZZZ. I'm curious how popular ZZZ is, but like I feel like we're definitely gonna see a lot of Hoyoverse cosplayers for sure, because like they always show up.
Wait, you know what's really popular in China?
What?
Wuwa. Wuthering Waves.
Oh yeah,
is
Wuwa,
doing numbers in China
because they did a collab with what was it, with Cyberpunk 2077 with
I saw that.
yeah. So I forgot her name. I forgot.
Lucy.
Oh, yeah, Lucy. Yes. So Lucy apparently is going to be in Wuwa, from my understanding.
I was gonna say, aren't you playing that game?
Lucy's not in the game.
She got added like DLC. I think she had like a line added or something after the show in one of their DLCs.
I don't think she's in it though. I think there's
yeah.
I think there's lines
There's
referencing
like some like
them.
tangentially
like
linear stuff.
I think, is it the main guy's name David? I forget. But like yeah, you'll see like references to them in the game as well. But
Dude, I'm looking at stuff and it's not really anything. Like there's a second season of Fire Force.
ugh.
Third season of Fire Force. There's Lazarus' Count Windbreaker season 2. There's Witch Watch. Lily's in Witch Watch. She's gonna be on panel AX.
Oh yes, Witch Watch panel. That'll be Pog.
So there's that, and then what else? There's really like a lot of this is not that much. There's Boku no Hero Vigilante.
The way you said that was like kind of like sounded like you're trying to say caliente, like vigilante.
Vigilante. Yeah.
Vigilante.
Did you ever read? Or
I read a little bit of Vigilante. I want to say I read like 20 chapters. It was pretty good. I liked it. I actually at some points liked it more than the main series. I'm not caught up on it, to be honest, though.
I am not either, but it got really, really popular.
Yeah, the anime, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And you were right. That's pretty much those two are the heavy hitters, and there's Dr. Stone, and which some
Dr.
people like.
Stone is still ongoing?
Yeah, it's still going.
Wow.
I dropped it because like it was supposed to be like a science-based thing, and I was watching it for the science, and there's just a guy who's like inhumanly strong,
Yeah.
like can like beat up a tiger kind of deal,
Yeah.
like a lion. And I'm like, okay, man, I don't know about this. So it's like kind of like you go to a little extremes, and people like it, but I couldn't really.
I could never get into Dr. Stone, which is funny because I really like that artist's other series.
Sun Can Rock.
Like there's like Sun Can Rock. There's I almost said Ochi the Rock, but yeah, he had a few other series. The names escape me, but like Dr. Stone was the one that I just could not get into. I really tried, but I just couldn't get into it.
It's
But,
all right.
okay, so I'm not like crazy then, because like when I think I did like look over kind of like the previous seasons, or like this previous like the anime that are kind of popular in the last season, and like nothing really like stuck out to me. I guess there's Dandadan. I think Dandadan will.
Yeah, there's some. I think that also is hitting that lull period where like it's the new season is just coming out, but like I would say definitely it is pretty popular.
Yeah.
But like the other series that came out were like Wandering Swordsmaster, like Backwater Swordsmaster, things that are like very niche and then won't be that much appeal. Which by the way, I read that. It's not bad. It's pretty good.
But yeah, I am a little curious how like Anime Expo in terms of like what's gonna show up popularity wise.
So like when I go to AX, I only look at like what's gonna show up and like the artist alley. Is there anything you're looking forward to?
Just artist. I mean, artist alley. I want to go to the Witch Watch panel for Lily, which is gonna be fucking cool. I wanted to see the Freerin panel as well.
Yep.
And I am like morbidly curious about Gachi Akuda.
Okay.
That like the
Dude, I don't know what
I
to
have
think
very
about
mixed
that.
opinions on like the teaser that we saw.
Okay. So that's a manga that is like essentially I won't want to say one of the next gens of shonen, but I want to say that like it's definitely picking up some steam as a popular shonen manga based around a boy who fell from heaven into like a situation where a lot of people it's essentially a superpower boy fantasy, power fantasy.
A lot of it centers around garbage, which is like I'm not sure, maybe there's like a how the appeal works for that.
We saw the trailer of this and it had a lot of like 3D animation, and sometimes like I think a lot of this will depend on how the studio adapts it, because I dropped it after like 50 chapters or 60 because it wasn't super compelling. I could keep reading.
Yeah.
And I think that it's like one of those things where it can be elevated by animation. And so I'm excited. Like it has potential for sure.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm not really a panel goer, and I feel like there aren't like really any premieres that I'm looking forward to that I've seen. but maybe I haven't seen everything, but I think for the most part it is going to be a artist alley angle.
You're not going to the famous panel called hold up, I was looking at these panels earlier before. You're not going to the famous panel called that time there was a lot of isekai anime on Crunchyroll.
Is it bad that I am actually kind of curious what that panel is even about?
Yo, it's based on slime. I was reincarnated as the seventh prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. And with Restoria, which I actually like.
It's pretty cool.
I think Restoria is really cool. So I'm just saying.
Oh god.
Next season has an isekai based on the vending machine.
Dude, okay, we should watch it.
Dude, it's so funny. So I was talking to my housemates, and they used to all watch Dan with me up until some scenes happened. We don't watch Dan anymore. But everyone used to get together for Dan nights. And I was like, yo, we should get there watching anime. Would you be in? And Sydney was like, yeah, I'd be in. And what do you want to watch? And she's excited. And so I'm like, I want to watch how I reincarnate into another world as a vending machine. And she looks at me, and all the enthusiasm in her eyes and face just shut down. And she tells me, that is everything I hate in the anime series. And I'm like,
you're vending machines?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I'm like, you're making us watch Love Island every night.
Okay, but Love Island low-key really interesting though. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's talk about it.
It's pretty good.
This is my recommendation for the week. It's not even a manga or anime because I read 80 chapters of like a Villainous Warrior. It was a manga, and the last 20 chapters suck so much I can't even recommend it. So I'm gonna instead recommend Love Island. My Love Island US or UK, they both are running at the same time. My housemates have been watching it every day.
And do you know why they could watch it every day? Because they fucking release an episode every day. I didn't know that. Okay, you see, for me, I do watch some amount of reality TV, but it's mostly like cooking shows like Top Chef, where they'll shoot the whole season and then they'll premiere, like they'll play the season and like release an episode once a week, like many months after they wrap up shooting. Love Island, they shoot every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking day,
yep.
And they release an episode about 24 hours after they finish shooting that episode.
Those editors are working their fucking ass off every day.
There are no cameramen on site. It's just all like just hidden camera footage that they cut together for maximum immersion for these people that are extremely good looking, that do not, I mean, for the most part, didn't really know who each other were. They're like all strangers to one another.
Yep.
And they are just stuck on this island for 2 months with no social media access, no phone access. And they're just like, go. And I mean, every now and then they'll like introduce challenges or like, they'll like say like, hey, you guys are going on the date, just to like the fucking producers, they know what they're doing. They know how to stir maximum drama. And from Sid was telling us, dude, we should have had Sid on for this episode, but like Sid was telling us that like generally speaking, the Love Island UK is the more compelling.
She likes it more.
Series. Like she likes it more, but she was saying that the US version last season was really good, and this season is good, but for the like the bad reasons because there's a lot of drama.
Okay, let me explain. Love Island is you bring boys and girls onto an island, okay? And
as God intended.
Yes, and then they couple up. And America gets to vote on which couple stay and leave. A lot of times. And then whoever gets voted best couple at the end ends up getting reward cash. It's a really degenerate reality TV show where everything is filmed and then released in 24 hours later, which I didn't know either. And the episodes are like an hour plus long. Every single night, I walk in and my roommate Sydney's like, yo, you want to watch Love Island at 8 p.m.? I'm like, no, what the fuck? But I've started to watch it here and there because I can't escape it. And you just get dragged in because you're just like, this bitch is crazy. We're watching Love Island US. He's there. And then he's introduced to Huda.
Every scene of her that I've seen, because this is my first episode of Love Island basically ever. It's like episode 13 or something like that. And this is my introduction. Huda is either crying or looks like she had just cried. Every scene is like, she's just fucking causing mayhem. Some girl called her Hurricane Huda. Like, that was her nickname. She's just like, and then every now and then, someone will appear on screen and Sid's like, by the way, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
And like to be fair, like if you're gonna be good at the show, you gotta be a little manipulative and play the game. And Jeremiah did love bomb her at the very beginning, and now I sound like an avid watcher. I don't avidly watch. I've watched a couple episodes here and there, but it's like when I'm like getting invested into it, and I'm like, they say something, I stand up. That's not true. This bitch lying. Turn to Sydney. This is why I don't trust her. And then it's like how Imagine football dudes are, or like
it's kind of like team sports.
Yeah, no,
it really is.
It's team reality TV. You should sit down with your family to watch. You sit down with your friends and family to watch this.
No, so Sid and Jody were talking about like how they do, like people will go to bars to watch Love Island now. Dude, and I was like, that sounds fun as fuck.
Dude, it's actually so big. I see it on social media all the time.
Dude, my social media feed is just politics, like the No Kings protests and Love Island, and also Magic the Gathering. Yeah. But that's like my TikTok feed.
Dude, it's crazy. Yeah, Love Island is a huge, like, I didn't know so many people were interested in this. I didn't know they watched it. But there's so many episodes. I think that because there's so much volume, people who love reality TV can really sink their teeth into it.
Dude, there's so much content.
It's
60 episode seasons.
They can really sink their teeth in.
These guys are making money.
Oh no, they're making money.
I don't know. I really get the appeal. I do. I don't think Anita watches Love Island, but like
she would get it.
This might be the weird circumstance where like the man, like, because I feel like I'm not usually the target demographic, right? Like just a straight male.
Show it to her.
Yeah, dude. I like low key. I would love to bond with Anita more over fucking Love Island.
Well, I'm not gonna see you then, because some days you're gonna be like, sorry, I gotta watch Love Island with Anita.
No, but like I would. Do you know what? I'm gonna just bring Anita. Like if you guys do Love Island nights, I'm gonna just fucking bring her, bro. I love it. No, it was great. Like I don't know. It was just it was so enjoyable, just like sitting around with everyone. It's the closest feeling to like me watching Game of Thrones the night the episode airs with like my college friends. This is like the closest I've ever got to that feeling. That like. Oh, that community feeling of everyone just like kind of like talking about how, like explaining how the episode goes down, like us discussing it.
I think it's one of the nice things because, okay, I'm sure you guys all have this where you watch with a group of people and there's some people who really want to watch and don't talk. And there's some people who want to talk the entire fucking time. Like, what's that? What's this happening? Who's that? Well, yeah. And people get annoyed by each other. But when you're watching reality TV, it's like, people are going to just talk the whole time.
Exactly. It's perfect.
And it doesn't fucking matter. Because even the people who don't want them to talk, they don't even care that much.
Yeah.
And then if they do, because we were watching with Jody, and then she had to rewind a couple times, that's it. It didn't matter because
it doesn't break the immersion.
It's just people are just talking nonstop, and everyone's just like getting into it.
Yeah, it is actually... Dude, Love Island actually is the perfect like friend group watch party content.
It might be the best running show of this anime season.
I'm more compelled to watch Love Island than basically anything else recently. Well, okay, that is a lie. Wait, I lied. That was a lie. Okay. You know what I started watching?
What?
Andor. Dude, it's good.
I've heard it's the best Star Wars stuff since... someone told me the original trilogy.
It might be my favorite Star Wars thing that I've seen since Rogue One.
I've heard such good things.
I rate Rogue One really highly as well.
Okay.
Like I've watched every single Star Wars movie.
I'm sorry.
Okay, to be fair, the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy I actually quite like a lot.
Yeah, pretty
I think that the sequel trilogy
sucks.
Is fun to watch some of the cool special effects. Is about all I'll say for that.
Okay.
Like that one scene where the rebel ship like goes light speed through a Star Destroyer. That was fucking
where
sick.
It went silent in the
movie it was
theater.
Quiet, but you took a like right through. I was like, cinema. But then Leia floating through space and not dying was really weird. But yeah, other than that, I liked Mandalorian. Mandalorian was good.
Okay.
I really didn't like Boba Fett. I wanted to like Obi-Wan Kenobi, but like it was.
But Andor,
great. So good. And it's funny because like you kind of know what this is leading up to because it's the prequel to Rogue One, right? But it's really well written. The characters are like really well acted. It's just some good ass Star Wars. Like I'm watching this because I'm like organizing my gigantic fucking MTG collection because I have a lot of unsorted cards. And so I'm just like sleeving cards while I'm watching. And there are times where like I'm too distracted by sleeving. I have to like stop what I'm doing and actually watch because sometimes when I'm watching a show, I'm not like giga stimulated. So like I find like stuff to do on the side to just kind of like keep my brain occupied because my brain is broken. But Andor was actually so like there's so much intrigue in the actual plot itself that I was like, oh, actually, I'm gonna.
No, I've heard only good
focus
things.
on this.
I've heard only good things about Andor
It's really good.
and Love Island. So they literally like both top tier.
Dude, like my garbage trash that I discuss with my friends, Love Island is perfect for that. Like it's garbage. It's fun garbage
It
TV.
talks. It literally is like I'm watching isekai,
Yeah.
but like more socially accepted. Because when I tell people I've read an isekai about a vending machine in another world, I do eye rolls.
I do too now.
But when I tell people I'm watching Love Island, immediately their lights go up. Oh, what do you think about Huda?
Yeah.
Huda.
She's crazy.
She is a little insane,
crazy.
but she's a little fucking entertaining.
Little manipulative.
Little entertaining.
She does keep it interesting.
Little entertaining.
Dude, the producers making the guy that Huda was like linked up with go on a date with another girl the next day was cinema. I was like, holy fuck, you are stirring the goddamn pot. That's crazy. That's some good ass TV.
Yeah, the producers know what they're doing.
That was really good. But yeah, I mean, damn, between Love Island and Andor, I'm like set in terms of like things to do while I'm not like streaming. Like, I mean, that's just good. Other than you know, just all my MTG obsession bullshit.
Would you like to show off some of the MTG obsession while we're here?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard because so basically I bought these deck boxes for my commander decks.
Yes.
So, which is kind of cool. It's like 4 commander decks per box. And I actually, so this has been kind of like my fixation lately, especially with the Final Fantasy cards coming out. So, yeah, these are just like decks, by the way. I haven't even shown you like my full collection of unsorted stuff.
Each of these are 100 cards. There's 400 cards in each of these, with 400 card decks.
Yes, but yeah. But also, on top of that, I just want to say, shout out to the person that sent me a customized commander deck to OTV, which I just only recently received. I think I got this like over a year ago.
I found out when we moved from the last house, we got this in one of our last unboxings. And this is a fan who gave us all like 7 or 8 different commander decks. And only Broden and Peters lived.
Yes.
I do not know where the other ones went. Unfortunately, I looked around for them and I'm like, where do we move it? And unfortunately, some stuff gets lost. And I feel really bad.
But yeah, I've honestly been spending like hours every day after stream just sorting through my collection just so I could like make more decks. Because right now I have like a pet project where I'm trying to make a commander deck that thematically and playstyle wise fits like my friends in like OTV. So like I'm trying to like theory craft decks for like Jody and John and Sean and Broden and Celine and like OTV and
you know,
friends.
I like that you're in your hobby era, your Magic the Gathering era.
I'm in my like toy train collection era. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like instead of like toy trains, you got cardboard.
But like, you know,
arguably the most expensive hobby, actually.
Actually, though, I mean, I've been told that I should proxy, but like I don't mean to sound like an elitist, but I just don't like proxying. I don't like proxying unless I actually own a copy of the card. Proxying mean like you make a fake copy of the card.
I think proxying is more like I would do it more for really expensive cards.
Yes.
Things and because there are like vintage tournaments I think that let you proxy in the tournaments like 15 cards because it's so expensive to play that format.
Yeah.
That without proxying, no one can afford to play it.
Yeah. I mean, the main reason why I want to proxy for the decks that I'm theory crafting for like Sid and Jody, John, etc., is because I would just want to do custom art for like their commander.
I think that's awesome.
So yeah, like I'm trying. Like I already have the card I chose for Jody picked out. It's Arwen, Mortal Queen from fucking Lord of the Rings.
Of course it is.
Yeah, I wanted to make her an elf, like a Selesnya elf tribal deck.
Of course.
For Sid, I was actually theory crafting making her like a wizard deck. But she actually was telling me like she wants to lean more toward like succubus, and I was like, oh, like
Liliana,
or like maybe Liliana. Like I don't really know. I would have to look into the research for like succubi, but like she would have to probably be like a red black demon deck or something like that. And then Sean just wants a mono blue deck that mills. He wants a mono blue mill deck, and I'm like, no one's gonna want to play against you. That's like the biggest, like most fucked up asshole deck that I could think of. But sure, I'll make you a mono blue mill deck. And then John, like there's a set that came out recently called like something from Ixalan, something like that. It's like a dinosaur tribal deck.
Oh,
I want to make him a dinosaur deck.
that's cute.
So, I mean, I'm in the process of theory crafting, but it's been fun. Like, even if these dope projects never come to full fruition, it's been really fun just like trying to, it's like a personality test. I get it now with Lily. It's like a personality test because like you match colors to people and like you just like, oh yeah, you're like this because you love purity and growth and strength. You're like this because you're a fucked up individual and you hate your friends. So like, yeah, that's been fun.
I think having good hobbies is definitely like a great way to spend your time. And I don't have something that's soul sucking like this yet. Yet. I've been playing a little bit of Magic Arena on my phone and it's been kind of addicting. But yeah, I might be getting into Magic as well soon, which might be doomed for me and my bank account.
Yeah, Dun Nights is going to turn into Commander Nights. I'm excited. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be really good. This has truly been the year of getting my friends into my hobbies.
Yes, actually, I have not played Commander ever in my life,
and I can't wait to see what you do.
100 card singleton format. Yep.
Hey, you could look through my collection later. You could borrow some cards. I'm just saying. That's it for episode 35 of the Fake Fans podcast. Thank you so much, and shout out to our guest star Winry, who could not leave us alone today for some reason, honey. But yeah, we will see you. Have an enjoyable AX. If you guys see us there, please make sure to say hi.